Okay, here we are in another one of the selective clearing areas. This is actually a piece of property that's 9 acres itself of just eradication. We're between the I-95 ramps and the Florida Turnpike on this side. And what you're seeing on the ground plane is all the mulched debris from what was removed. This area was very dense with exotic vegetation. Primarily it was Australian pines, it was Java plums, we had a lot of Brazilian pepper, and we had a very bad problem with the Lygodium, the old world climbing vine. If you look in that area where the native pines are remaining, you can see the Lygodium that's left to decompose in the tree. The contractor cuts it with a machete about 4 feet from the ground, treats the bottom part with herbicide, and the upper part just dies in the tree because it's rooted in the soil, it's not rooted in the tree. So, as you see here, the remnants of native vegetation that are left, most of the trees are very skinny and stretched out because of all the competition they had over the years growing with the exotic vegetation. So, we have some wax myrtle here, some stretched out cocoa plum that's remaining, a lot of slash pines. In the background, there's cypress trees, we have oak, we have Jehoon holly, sable palms. Again, the native remnant vegetation that was here, before the exotics moved in. This eradication of exotics is a long process. You can never really get it all at one time. It requires a 2-year establishment period to continue to treat the exotics. And what I'm showing you here are little areas where you can see, since we're only in the first month, you're seeing some of the exotics come back. At the base of this pine tree is some of the Lygodium. What typically happens is every time they treat the site, you get about 80% kill. So you never theoretically reach 100, but over the 2-year period, you can pretty much get 99.9% of the exotic vegetation eradicated. So the department will need to continue these herbicide treatments, pretty much in perpetuity. But once we do a good job eradicating it the first time, the effort is less and less to maintain it that way. Yeah, you can tell that this was very wet. I mean, we know firsthand because we climbed into here back when it was still vegetated, but you can just tell because of the species. The oaks are laurel oaks, they're not live oaks. That's a wet species. There's cypress trees in the distance there, which again is kind of a wetland tree species. And so even slash pines, people want to think that slash pine is a dry plant, but you see slash pines here in the parks. They're typically underwater for a couple months a year, so they are able to tolerate periods of inundation as long as it is drained for a few months a year.